Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about expressions in English that are related to your work. So, for example, if you are working in an American company or if you're working in an English-speaking country, you would want to use these expressions in order to sound more American when talking about money and business. So, if you're interested, please continue watching this video. To give you some background on me, I moved to the United States in 2015 to run my own company, which is linguatrip.com, and I've dealt with a lot of investment funds, I've dealt with a lot of partners. So the expressions that I'm going to talk about today, I hear them all the time. So it's very important not only to understand them, but use them as well in order to be more natural. And by the way, linguatrip.com is a booking platform for language courses abroad. And if you're ready to bring your English out there to a real world, to start practicing with native speakers and attend a local school, in San Francisco, for example, go to LinguaTrip and book your language course. Now, let's move to the expressions. Expression number one is probably my favorite. It's called from rags to riches, and it talks about the real American dream. So imagine a poor immigrant came to the United States. I came to the United States with we had $3,000 for 3 co-founders. They become successful and their company grows, and this is the expression from rags to riches. By the way, if you want to translate the word rags describes clothes of a poor person that are all torn apart and dirty, and well, if you see homeless people, this is basically they wear rags. The next expression, put your money where your mouth is, and that means stop talking about what you can do and start acting.
You put your money where your mouth is.
I think sometimes in business world that is a real problem. People start talking about how awesome they are, but then come on, you can also use this expression in order to bet with somebody. If you're talking you're so good, let's bet that I'll pay you $2,000 if you achieve that. So put your money where your mouth is. The next expression is my 2 cents. So imagine you're in a conversation and nobody asks for your opinion, but you feel that you can contribute. So you can say, this is just my 2 cents, but I think blah 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 blah. For example, if somebody tells you you're not gonna get it, it's impossible to move to America, I can say, my 2 cents? We actually did that. For example, I don't know, my 2 cents.
It's my 2 cents, thank you.
Hey, Ramsey. Next expression, cost an arm or leg, which means something is really expensive. For example, rent in San Francisco costs an arm and leg, because a 1-bedroom apartment would be $3,500 a month. So many people have to share their apartments, even adults when they're 35, they still share. But when you're in an awesome place surrounded by founders, you are motivated to do more. You're motivated to achieve more. Most important motivators to move to the United States. Hear those sounds? I'm babysitting my friend's dog and he is chewing his toy. Stop it. Okay, I asked him to stop. Hey, come here. Come here. The next expression is not exactly connected to your workplace or earning money, it just uses a term coin. So the expression is to coin a new term. For example, Shakespeare used a lot of new English words in his text and people adopted them and now they use them all the time. And this means Shakespeare coined a lot of new terms. Right now, I can totally relate to a lot of things like lingua trip. Oh my god, I think we coined a new term here. So you can go on a lingua trip, which means you can go on a language trip. Or when you say, let's Google it, this is when the names of companies actually start meaning a new thing. To Google means to search on Google. And you can think of a lot of stuff related to your company. Snapchat that, Instagram that, YouTube that. So basically we're coining new terms here. Another expression, super funny, to cook the books. The meaning is not super funny. It means you are miscalculating your financials in order to avoid paying taxes. There are 2 different things we can talk about. There is tax evasion, which is illegal. Tax evasion means you're cooking your books and you're not paying taxes when you have to. Tax avoidance is a totally legal thing when you hire an accountant called CPA in America and he asks you, do you remember doing this or doing that? And he through your conversation you figure out that you have more costs that you can write off from your profits, and then you end up not paying taxes, but this is legal because you're just following rules imposed by the IRS, which is a tax government in the United States, tax officials. So to cook the books, don't do that.
I did help cook the books, Ed. I did do that.
The next expression, to wear many hats. And I'm wearing many hats. So that means doing a lot of different stuff within a company. So I co-founded LinguaTrip. I am responsible for marketing, deal with our sales team, work with our partners, I do our accounting. So there are many tasks that I'm performing. So I'm wearing many hats inside of our company. The bottom line. That's a very important expression. I hear it all the time. The bottom line means the most important thing in your business, which means, you guess, earning money. The bottom line in any business, the most important thing is any business, is profit margin. And the good way to use this term would be to talk about investors, for example. Investors always care about the bottom line, which means investors care about the most important thing, they care about making money. The next term, and I think you should have it in your language as well, which is cold calling. Some companies base their marketing on it, especially in America. Oh my god, I think I receive at least 2 cold calls during the day in America. Never happened to me in Russia. So well, it happened, but less. For example, you sit and I'm like recording a video and then I receive a phone call from an unknown number and I pick the phone. Hello, this is Mary from Cruises. Do you want a trip worth $500? They just start marketing like that. This is so crazy. Bad thing about America here is that once you sign up for a newsletter or you leave your phone somewhere, they just distribute it. There is no law, I guess, protecting your emails or phone calls. At least when I sign up for something and give my phone number, I will get hundreds of phone calls the next day. So this is called cold calling. When you call people who haven't expressed interest in your business, you're just asking them, you're just calling them and offering them things.
The door, it's called cold calling, John.
Before I move to my next expression, I want to ask you guys for a really important info for me, because I want to start another channel in English as well. I want to start talking about building a career and becoming an entrepreneur and starting on YouTube and social media. So my question to you is, would you rather work for a big corporation or start your own company? Please write down in comments below. Either it's a big company that you want to work for or you want to start on your own. This is really important for me, guys, so I'll be really looking forward to receiving your comments. And now, after you left a comment, we're gonna go to the last expression. The last expression is back to the drawing board. Imagine that you're in a meeting with your co-founders and you have this whiteboard and you have the whole plan on your whiteboard, and then you started bringing it to life and suddenly it fails. And then you tell yourself, okay, we need to go back to the drawing board because something we drew on it wasn't right, because the plan never worked out. This is an expression used in real life, used in the real workplace life. Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I am waiting for your comments. Remember, they're really important for me. If you enjoyed watching this vlog, please like this video. If you want to travel and study abroad, linguatrip.com, booking platform for language courses, you get them cheaper than booking directly with school because we have large amounts of students and we get exclusive discounts and offers. I would be really honored if you use LinguaTrip to travel abroad. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next vlogs. Bye.